Now that I have my project contract set up, I want to set up a line for my time and material billing. So on my ABC Hotel, I'm going to click into my lines and I'm going to add from here. So my project contract automatically flows in because I'm adding obviously from within that screen. And then for my line ID, I want to put leading zeros here. So I'm going to do like 01, 02, 03, etc. And for line name, I'm just going to call this general. Obviously, you call it whatever you need to. But once again, do not use special characters here for your line names. If you need to link it to a parent line, you can do that. If you want to put in a description, absolutely go ahead and do that as well. Line date is going to default in from your project begin date. I'm going to leave this as 1/1/2026. For my GL account, obviously you're going to apply whatever account makes sense for you, but I have a construction income account here, 40010, that I'm going to put in. This is an out-of-the-box account. You may even have the same one in there. So retainage percentage, then I am going to hold 10% for this line. Obviously put in, if you don't have any, just leave that blank. It may be 5 or 7.5, whatever. And I am going to mark this line as billable so that it flows through to the generate invoices screen. If you have an attachment, you can drag it and drop it in here. And then status is either active or inactive. This is going to be active. Down here on my billing screen, I want to say that my billing type is time and material. And when I click time and material, it's going to give me the option then to pull in my rate tables. But before I do that, I have the option to summarize to a single entry. So this is in my generate invoices screen. I do want to summarize that to a single entry. And then on my maximum billing, I have the option to do total revised price of the line, a specified amount, and it gives me an option to type that in, or I can say no maximum, and I just want to keep billing against those expenses as they come into the system. And I don't want the system to stop me. So there are your options. You can do total revised, specified amount, or no maximum. I'm going to leave it at no maximum. And then down here on my rate tables section, I am just going to choose my default rate table as standard billing rates. And we will have another video on our rate tables. So then down here, you have your summary, your additional information. There's plenty of fields here that you can choose to put some information into if you like. And then on your dimensions, you do have to choose your project. So I'm going to do my ABC Hotel. When I pick that, my department does default in from the project. And for item, you're going to want to keep this consistent for your lines. And I'm going to choose contract item. You should have this in your system already. So we're not applying cost code here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to leave the entries screen down here blank, because what we're going to do is we're going to pull in those expenses. That's what's going to create the amount for us. So I have all of this information in. Now I'm going to hit save. So once that has saved in the system, then I can see the line, and I'm actually going to come back in and edit it, because at this point, we're going to want to assign the cost code to the line. So when I set up the project contract line, I did not see the tab for cost codes, but now that it's been saved, I do have that option. So I'm going to click in here to cost codes, and I'm going to add cost codes. And obviously all of the cost codes that I have assigned to this project are going to pop up here as options to add to the line. So I'm just going to select them all. I'm going to add selected. I'm only going to do the one line for this. So I'm going to add selected and done. So I have assigned now those cost codes to that line. You can only assign a cost code to one line on a contract. So like furnishings is only going to go on this line. I'm not going to see that option to add that cost code to another line if I set one off. Okay. So once that's done, my cost codes have been added. I'm going to hit save again. And that is setting up my line for my time and material.